Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. While my kids are busy playing Roblox, I thought I would make a quick video just detailing some of the updates for the AP Music Theory exam here in 2020. As you know, they have made some adjustments to the exam due to the virus, and we kind of received the official details last Friday, April the 3rd, I believe that was. So I wanted to go through that with you really quickly. And I'm reading off of this website. I will post a link to this website in the description so you can go back and read this as well or look over it yourself. So quickly, the exam date is May the 19th. Eastern Standard Time would be at 12 p.m. You're going to have 25 minutes. There's two questions. You're going to have 25 minutes to read and respond to question one, and then you're going to have 5 minutes to upload your response. After you upload the response to question one, you're going to have 15 minutes to respond to question two, and you'll have another 5 minutes after that time to upload your response to question number two. Once your response to question one has been submitted, you cannot go back to it. So there's two questions. Question one, the one that takes about 25 minutes, is 65% as far as weight goes of the exam. And that part is going to be part writing from a figured bass and part writing from Roman numerals. So we have done part writing from figured bass, and I would urge you to go watch that video again. We have not done part writing from Roman numerals yet, but that's very, very similar, and my next video will jump right on that. Also, now knowing that specific thing is going to be on the exam, I will make sure to do multiple videos in major and minor over the next, probably month or so to get ready for that, so that you have, multiple videos that you can watch. So that's 65%. So you'll be asked first to realize a short passage of figured bass using four voices, traditional 18th century voice leading part writing rules. And then you'll be given the Roman numeral progression to create your four voices from, which I'll make a video again. That next one will be about that. This question will not include any secondary dominant or leading tone chords, because if you remember, that was part of Unit 7 and 8 that they were leaving off of this year's AP exam. So question number two is the sight singing. I was wondering if they were going to leave that on there or try to take that off, but they figured out a way to make that happen. Sight singing is normally 10% of the final exam on a normal year. However, since there's only two questions now, it's worth 35%. Question number two, which is sight singing, consists of two melodies that students must sing without accompaniment. You'll be given two melodies to prepare, and then you must record your performance of both melodies in a single audio file and test that their performance was captured successfully. So two melodies. Typically one is in simple time, one is in compound time, and typically one is in treble clef and one is in bass clef. So I'm assuming that that's how it normally is on the AP exam. I'm assuming it will be the same way there. They're going to have special instructions on how to correctly copy out, portions of each question. They've got all that stuff figured out, and it'll hopefully be very, very smooth. For question number two, you'll be advised to complete the recording as quickly as possible in the allotted 15 minutes in order to check that the recording is audible and contains their AP ID number. So typically, you would have 75 seconds to study the melody, then you would have to sing it, and then you would stop. And it appears that you're going to have 15 minutes to do both of them. So Maybe more info will come out because it seems like that could be really questionable as far as the integrity of that part of the test. But that's what it says right now. It says for both questions, students will be provided with training prior to the exam on how to correctly capture and upload their written and sung responses. So there'll be some, practice portions that we can take, and I'll keep my eyes out for those. It says, as this is now an open book exam, students may use instruments, tuners, metronomes, or digital resources to assist them in preparing their answers, which is definitely not allowed in a normal year. College Board will provide a list of suggested free apps and online tools for students who may not have access to those resources at home. Please note students will still must submit an image of their handwritten notation for the first question, which is the part writing, and a completely unaccompanied, unaltered recording of their singing for question 2 for either answer to be eligible for scoring. So that's it. I'm going to drop that link to this, what I just read to you, and went over in the description below. And I'm just going to say this real quick before we call it a video. The AP exam, any AP exam is challenging, and the AP Music Theory exam, I think, on a typical year is very challenging. I would say, I'm not going to lie to you and try to tell you that this will be easy. However, there's a lot of information now that is no longer covered on this test. Multiple choice, not there. 2 sections of multiple choice, not there. A whole series of free response questions like harmonizing a melody, harmonic dictation, all of that stuff is not there anymore. And so I think now that you know exactly what's going to be on it, I would take this test if it were me. I think you have a high chance, even with the sight singing being weighted higher, it sounds like they're going to let you kind of open book it in a way. I would take this test. If you just want my personal opinion. And you guys know, I've told you before, I just want to teach AP Music Theory. I don't care if you take the test or not. It won't hurt my feelings. One way or the other, you make the choice that's best for you. However, seeing what I'm looking at here, and knowing exactly what's going to be on it, and knowing that we have over a full month before May 19th to practice those two specific skills. Well, 3 skills if you separate the Roman numeral part writing from figured bass, which is very similar anyway. I would go for this thing. You've got nothing to lose. It doesn't cost anything. And I think your chances, especially if you can really get a hold on these skills, these like 3 skills, 2 skills really, but then I think your chances are really high of doing well on this AP Music Theory exam. So anyway, look for my next video. It'll come probably midweek or later week. And it'll be about Roman numeral part writing. And then I'll also want to do, of course, following that will be some sight singing, how to sight sing and how to practice that, and strategies for doing sight singing. And we're just going to keep plowing away on those skills over the next month. So hope you all are well. Miss seeing you all, and hope to see you real soon. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you. Bye.